welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I have a video that's about the November warmer of the month and November scent of the month. So you may have already heard about the scent of the month, which is Christmas cookie. Because this bar was actually in the October whiff box. So I did receive an October whiff box. So I had already smelled this bar and I have already went and warmed it. So that way I could go ahead and give you my warm reviews for this video. So if you want to see my first sniff impressions of this, you can go back and watch my holiday haul. I'm pretty sure it's on that video where I had purchased this October 1st and received it in my whiff box then. So the warmer of the month and the scent of the month for November is not currently available right now for customers. So if you are not a consultant, you cannot receive this warmer yet. You can get a bar of this in the October whiff box. However, I just heard today, as I'm recording this, that the October whiff box has sold out, unfortunately, on the website, but we're being told that you can still purchase the October whiff box in a Scentsy Club. So if you have a Scentsy Club, you can go ahead and throw it in your club, and then that way you can go ahead and get it. I don't know how much longer they'll still offer it in club, but if you are interested in the October whiff box, I would definitely get that. And honestly, it could be sold out and not even available for club by the time I actually get this video up, just because I do have terrible internet and it does take me a while to edit and then get this uploaded. Definitely, if you're interested in anything I have to say, like I said, and you want to get it now, the only way you can get this scent is in the whiff box for October. Now, if you're a consultant, obviously one of the consultant perks is by getting either scent of the month or warmer of the month kit. And I usually always get warmer of the month unless it's just a warmer that I think that I can't sell or that I won't use. And I was pretty excited about this one. So I am excited just to go ahead and get into it. I think what I'm going to do first is go ahead and go over the warmer. Since some of you have seen my first impressions of the bar, I'll just go ahead and go over the warmer so that you can see that first. So I'm going to grab everything out of the box so I can pull this warmer out and show it to you. So this is what the warmer looks like for the warmer of the month for November. And he is called Snowstopper. He looks like this adorable snowman. Now, in your warmer or scent of the month kit, you do receive these brochures. I'm pretty sure there's 50 of those in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these out so I can tell you how much he's going to be. For the month of November, if you purchase this warmer, you will be able to grab him for $54. That's because Scentsy offers a 10% discount on him for the month that he is featured in. Now, if he does not sell out for the month of November and you purchase him after November, he will be $60 just while supplies last. And he is 9 inches tall and he's 25 watts. Okay, so I just pulled the dish out and I can already tell you that this is going to be I would assume a smaller warmer, but it's still a full-size warmer, but this dish is way smaller than what the average dish usually is. And it actually has a number 2. So I think most dishes have at least 3. Usually I think they say 4. And that number is just the recommended number of cubes. It's basically saying not to go over that. So I wouldn't put more than 2 cubes in this warmer. Oh my goodness. I can already tell you this is beautiful. Now, I did bring some colored bulbs over here, so I am going to show you what he looks like with the clear bulb that is included with him, and I am going to show you what he looks like with every colored bulb that we have, just because I think some people might want to know that because of kind of how bright he may be. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so far, this is what he is looking like. I still have to take his little top hat out of the box and show you what that looks like, but oh my goodness, I love this iridescent finish. I absolutely love it. The only thing that I'm concerned about, like I said, is this warmer being just a little bit bright. Usually, I really just don't like the really bright, blinding type warmers that have that type of glare to them. I do have, I think it was called a bubbled iridescent or something like that. That one is a little much for me, but I absolutely love the iridescentness of that one. So I'm hoping this one's not going to be quite as bright as that one is for me, but we'll see. So here's this little hat. Now the hat is metal and it is completely open, so I really don't think that scent throw or anything like that's going to be a problem with this one. I don't think that it's going to affect the scent. He really is cute. I mean, he is small, but I mean, he's not as small as I was expecting after I seen how small the dish is. But he's petite. I like him a lot. From what I can tell, I can see a lot of pinks and oranges and yellows. I can see like a little bit of green up here towards the top, but I see a lot of pink and purple, which I absolutely love. Okay. Let me fix this little top hat. So there he is. Okay, so he is bright. I do think that this little fabric scarf that's on him is kind of helping to hide the bulb just a little bit so it's not quite as bright. I also think that the iridescent finish might be just a little bit thicker than what it was on the bubbled iridescent warmer. But the scarf is definitely helping because the scarf is being tied like right here at it. So I feel like when I have this on my table, that's going to kind of help hide it, as well as the this iridescent finish to it. So maybe it won't be that bad. It's absolutely stunning though. I mean, if you like bright warmers and you like being able to see, you know, the bulb, you like the look of that, you like it to be able to cast a lot of light for you, I think you would absolutely love this warmer. I really do think it's going to cast like a beautiful glow. So I'm going to try some, well, first let me show you what it looks like in the dark, but I am going to try some color bulbs because I think that might help. So see, you can see the bulb through there, but the scarf does kind of help hide it a little bit. And it is casting kind of like some shadows on me. I do think it's beautiful. I really do. I think this is a fun spin on, you know, it is traditional. It's a snowman, but they kind of made it modern, made it something different. So I do like that about it. Ooh, that bulb is hot. So we're going to try some color bulbs in it and see how that goes. It's not the easiest to put the bulbs in this warmer for me, like being able to put your hand in here and like turn the bulbs. It's not bad. Like I can do it, but. Okay, so this is with a green bulb. I like that. I do like the green. That's different. Let's see. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So on camera, he's looking a little bit more blue, like you can see more blue, but in person, you can see a little bit of like a bluish green, but he's mostly more like a yellowish green in person. You can kind of see like right here, like on his cheek, that yellowish green that I'm talking about. That's mostly what you see in person. It's just not, it's looking more blue on camera there. But that's so cute. That's interesting. I like the color bulb, okay? That calms it down just a little bit. It's not quite so bright in my opinion. Okay, I'm really excited about a red bulb. Yeah, like I said, it's just not the easiest to change bulbs with this warmer because the opening to get your hand there is just not very big. If you have larger hands, you might struggle with this. Okay, so this is the red. Okay, I really do like the red. That definitely, it's still bright, you know, you can still see the bulb in there, but the red scarf kind of hides it and it calms it down just a little bit. I really do like the red. Let me turn the light off. I don't know. I can't decide. I mean, I really did like the green too. The green was really pretty. It is kind of coming off a little bit on like more of an orangey type red in person. But I do like it. It's different. Okay. I'm curious to see what a purple will look like. I know purple isn't really a Christmas color, but I love purple. I also have pink and orange over here. I brought pink because sometimes pink with certain warmers can come off red, and since that red came off a little on the orange side, you know, we'll put it in there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here is the purple. Okay, so you can barely see that. You know, purple is always like the lightest bulb. I mean, it's always barely kind of glows in warmers. So let's see what it looks like with the light off. It's coming up kind of blue on camera, but really it's more purple in person. It is pretty because it's looking more blue. I don't know. I don't know which one of these I'm going to like. I don't know if I'm going to keep it with a regular bulb or if I'm actually going to put a colored bulb. If you don't want much light to come from it, I mean, the purple would probably be your best bet just because not much light comes from that bulb. Let's put a blue one in and see how different that was from the purple. These bulbs are hot. Like, they got hot super quick. Like I said, I'm really struggling to change the bulbs in this warmer. Okay, so this is a blue bulb. Okay, I do like the blue. Let's see. Okay, blue may be my favorite. This one is gorgeous. So it makes him look extra frosty, if that's possible. I don't know. I do really, really like the blue. So as I'm looking at him in person, when the blue bulb is in him, you can kind of see like a little bit of purple and this kind of like a greenish type teal color because of the iridescent finish. I really like the blue. So I think that's my favorite so far. I really did like the green. The red I thought was going to be my favorite, but it was a little bit on the orangey side. Now I am going to put an orange bulb in him as well, just because sometimes, you know, I like orange just because it looks more like a regular bulb, just a little bit on the dimmer side. But this is precious. This blue is adorable. So that's my favorite so far. All right, let's try a pink bulb and see, you know, just see what happens. I really think that I'm going to decorate the beginning of November. I keep going back and forth about it because, you know, I know that's controversial. A lot of people don't decorate that early, but I've had my fall and Halloween decorations out since August, and I just want to be able to enjoy the Christmas decorations for longer than, you know, just the month of December. So I think I want to do it early if I can talk my husband into helping me get the tree up, and I don't know. So hopefully we'll do that soon. Okay. Okay. I do like the pink. Trying to see how it compares to you. So in comparison to the red was like a darker color and the red was more like on the orangey side, whereas this, it is more on the like the pinky side, but it's mixing with like the purple and the yellows in here. It's really, really pretty. So even though it's a pink bulb, like if you didn't have a red bulb and you wanted it to look more red, I mean, it is coming off kind of on the red side. I really like this. I like this. I like the pink better than I like the red, only because it's mixing better with the other colors. You can still like see a little bit of the purple in there. You can see like a little bit of the orange. It's really pretty. You know, I know some people don't do traditional red and green colors for Christmas. They might mix in some pinks. They might mix in some other colors. So I think this is an adorable warmer for that, because it does have lots of other colors. And like with this pink bulb, you can definitely see like the pink and the purple coming through. That was pretty. Okay, so the last bulb here, I have an orange one. I'm going to add that and see what happens. I'm very thankful that Scentsy has given us colored bulbs in every color so that we can mix it up and we can make warmers a little bit different than what they are to match our decor, and that we can make them more festive around the holidays. So I do love the color bulbs. Okay. So that's the orange. I do like the orange. It's coming off orange and yellow in person. Let's see. That's pretty. It is coming off more of like leaning towards a yellow in person. So it's not my favorite for this specific warmer. The blue was definitely my favorite. But I do like the orange. It's just mixing with that iridescent and it's giving it more of like a yellow type of color. So I personally would not choose this color, but I mean, it's still pretty. So I think that I really liked the blue and I think I really like the green and I like the pink. Those were my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more time what it looks like with a regular clear bulb. I do like the clear bulb, but it is just a little on the bright side for me. But if you want to be able to see all the colors of this warmer, then I think that you would enjoy the clear bulb. It's just a little bit on the bright side. But it really is stunning. You can really see, like in here in the house, you can't see it, but it's casting this beautiful type shadow all over my ceilings and everywhere since it's so bright. Okay, so like I said, that is the warmer of the month for November. His name is going to be Snowstopper. He's 9 inches tall. He's a 25 watt, and he's going to be $54 on sale for $54 for the month of November. Now, the scent of the month, like I said, I have already smelled it. And in your kit, in your warmer of the month kit, you do get 7 bars of the scent of the month. So when you subscribe to either scent of the month or warmer and scent of the month for both of them, you will get the 7 bars of the scent. And this month they did this really festive type packaging. I'm not sure if they're going to continue that for every single month now for scent of the month, or if this was just like a one-time thing, but I do think it's cute. I think that the picture is a little misleading for what this cookie kind of smells like, but I think the packaging is adorable. Now, you also get a pack of the pods in the same fragrance. And the packaging, the little pictures on this, I think are adorable too. So you get the pods, and then you get the brochures, and you also get 72 of the scented stickers. So that way you can mail out the scent for people to try, or what I normally do, especially for my local orders, if they're meeting to pick up or anything like that, I always attach a sample in like a little baggie to these little flyers, and I put them in their orders. So that way they get to try the scent of the month. So this bar was in my October whiff box. So I was able to smell it at that point, and I cannot remember exactly what I said, but I do remember thinking that there was like a bitter orange. I remember smelling the pine. I thought it was kind of strange. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. It was just different. It's not what I was expecting. So the description says, explore a bustling kitchen full of baked gingerbread and sparkling orange surrounded by holiday pine trees. And that's what the picture looks like. So it's got the orange. It's got like now for me, in this picture, it looks like gingerbread cookies, and then it has the pine trees. But this does not smell anything like gingerbread cookies, in my opinion. Honestly, I struggle to smell the gingerbread in this. And what gingerbread I do smell is more of a gingerbread type of bread. Like it's not very sweet. It's not a very sweet type gingerbread. It's not very spicy either, but I'm thinking maybe that's where some of the bitterness is coming from. Like there is a bitterness here. It's not overly bitter, but there is a bitterness either from like a little bit of the orange or the gingerbread. And the orange, in my opinion, isn't very sweet either. I'm sorry if you can hear the cat. Come here, Luna. So this is Luna for anyone that always sees her and she's always crying on camera because she wants treats. So here is my sweet Luna girl. She's just wanting she's actually wanting to get up here. No, Luna. She's actually wanting to get up here and be in the middle of everything. She is a busy body. Like she is constantly into everything. And she's just super curious all the time. So she actually had a vet appointment today and had to get some shots. So she got extra treats today, and she was a very, very good girl. So that's my sweet Luna. So I'm sure that you guys have been hearing her in some of the videos. I have had cats before, like when I was younger, and she's definitely she's just different. She's different than any other cat I've ever met, but she's extremely smart. It's like sometimes she really understands what I'm saying to her. Now, whether she chooses to listen and hear what I'm saying to her, that's a totally different story. I do really love her to death, even though my husband is just not really much of a cat person. And like I've said before, it wasn't really planned. But anyways, that is her. So I'm sure that you will hear her and see her more in my videos, just because anytime I'm talking and I'm, recording like this, she just has to come and figure out what's going on. And she wants treats all the time. Food all the time, treats all the time. For the Christmas cookie, like I was saying, this scent surprised me because, well, when I seen the packaging and I read the description, I was kind of concerned about getting this scent because, I don't normally like pine scents, but I do love orange scents and I love bakery scents. So I was curious about how this was going to be. Now, when I smelled it on cold, I smelled a lot of pine. I believe that when I smelled it on cold, that was kind of like the main thing I smelled. And I said that it smelled more of like a sugar type cookie. And I could smell a lot of vanilla. So I have warmed it. I've used all but 2 cubes, which is not normal for me. Usually, I don't use this much wax. So usually in the open concept here, I do have a large open concept. I do have tall ceilings, but usually for the most part, 3 cubes works great for me. I don't like my scents to be extremely strong and like in my face that way. So usually 3 cubes is enough for me. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I kind of cut those cubes up into small pieces and I kind of just distribute them in all my warmers. I have like a dining area right here in front of me. I have the kitchen. I have a sitting area over here, and I have the sitting area behind me. So within this whole space, I just kind of mix those 3 cubes throughout, and it really gives me a good scent experience. For this one, I had to use 4 cubes, and I feel like that still wasn't enough. So it is extremely light. So I feel like it's extremely light. I decided to put it in my small bathroom, the smallest bathroom that we have here, and shut the door so that I could try to really smell the notes. And I put 2 cubes in there. And normally I only put 1 cube in that bathroom because it is a smaller bathroom. And that got it smelling, more average in my opinion. But I did have to use double the wax than what I normally would use. So I honestly think that this bar needs to cure. I think that's what it is, because it has the pine in there. It has orange. I feel like it should be a stronger bar. I feel like it just needs some time to cure. As far as longevity goes, out here, it went about 15, 18 hours. And that was about it, because it is on the light side. I probably could have left it maybe for 20 hours, but it was just so faint. And really, honestly, I feel like I needed more than the 4 cubes that I put out here. I feel like maybe if I would have used this whole bar, maybe I would have been able to smell it for the 20 hours, but I'm just not okay with that. I don't want to use a whole bar of wax because usually, I have a lot of bars that I use 3 cubes, and that way I can make my wax last longer. So in the bathroom with the 2 cubes that I put in the very small bathroom that we have, it lasted for about 18, 20 hours. So it did better in the bathroom. I think in a bedroom, it's just going to depend on how large your bedroom is. But I still think for most places that you would use this scent right now, you'd have to use double the wax that you normally would use, or at least a little bit more. And you still don't get the longevity that you get out of some of the average bars that we have. But I think the problem is it needs to cure. With all that being said, this is still not one of my favorite scents. And I don't know what it is. There is like a vanilla type base to this, but not really. It's more of like a vanilla type sugar cookie that I still kind of smell in there. When it warms, you do smell less of the pine. Okay, so that pine is not aggressive in any way, shape, or form. It does give it something different. It is unique, but it's not unique in a way that's appealing to me necessarily. There's still a little bit of a bitterness. There's still a little bit of like a bitter type orange in it. It's not a sweet orange in my opinion. So it's just not my favorite scent. I wish that I smelled more of the gingerbread. I wish the gingerbread was a gingerbread cookie, not a gingerbread type gingerbread. I think if it was more of like a gingerbread cookie, then this would have been a club worthy bar for me, especially if it would have performed a little bit better. But I think people who don't normally lean for bakery scents and maybe do like the pine scents, maybe you would like this one because it wasn't overly sweet in my opinion. It really wasn't. The pine, there was like a vanilla in here or something like that. Like I said, like a sugar cookie type note that kind of helped that pine smooth out. It wasn't strong, but it was still kind of there, giving it something unique. And then there was, like I said, this little bit of like it says sparkling orange, but I don't think this bar smelled anything like bright or anything like that. It did smell cozy. You know, it was nice. It was a nice bakery type scent. It wasn't exactly my favorite. I won't have a problem warming the bars that I have. I mean, it's nothing like that. It's just the fact that you have to use more wax, and it's just not my favorite bakery scent. I have so many bakery scents that I absolutely love that I don't think this is one that I would repurchase or just reach for. But again, if you're not one who really grabs bakery scents and you don't like super sweet bakery scents, I could see how this one you would really enjoy it. Let me smell a fresh one because this one is the one that I used is the one that was in my October With box. And these just came in the kit today. See, they smell even lighter. These ones that just came today smell much lighter than this one. So I really think that is what it is. I think they need some time. I think they need at least, 2 months to kind of sit and cure. And then I think maybe this will be a gorgeous scent. I still don't know if it would be a scent for me. If more of the gingerbread would come out once it cures a little bit, I think I would really, really like it. Now, in the whiff box, there was also the gingerbread cheesecake. I haven't got to warm that one. So I'm getting ready to do that so that I can give you guys a video on my warm reviews for some of those other ones. But I definitely preferred that one on cold to this one. So just for me, I have enough bars that this isn't really one that I will probably repurchase. But it is interesting. I am glad that they're trying different things like this because I'm sure people out there that like the pine, and this kind of introduces them into bakery since they wouldn't necessarily like maybe somebody that wouldn't necessarily like a sweet scent, like maybe they would like this one. So I am glad they're trying something unique, something different. So I did enjoy that. It's just not one that I will repurchase, I don't think, unless it cures really well. Now, I have a club that ships in November, so this bar will still be available after that. So after my club ships in November, I will add this to the club because I don't need any more. So I'm not going to add it to my club that's shipping in November. But after my club ships, I will add some. And then that way, these bars that I have, they can cure for a couple months and I will try warming it again. And then that will determine whether I want to keep it in my club and grab any more. I usually do that just because sometimes bars can really, really change after they sit. And then at that point, if you took it out of your club, you can't get it anymore. So I will give it a chance and we will see what happens. Let me smell the pod because sometimes the pod smells different than the bars. And that is the case. This smells like a completely different scent. Wow, that's interesting. This smells like a completely different scent. Why do I smell something fruity in this? I can really smell orange. I love this scent much better. It doesn't really smell really bakery. It smells fruity and orange in my opinion, with like a hint of pine. Okay, I really like these pods. That's the only thing about pods is you can't add them to your club as like a always get my pod. I hope that they do introduce that at some point because like, you know, if you fall in love with these limited time pods, I mean, you have to stock up on them because you can't get them after they're gone. I can smell a hint of bakery, but for it to be called Christmas cookie, I don't smell gingerbread or any kind of spice or anything like that in this pod, which is kind of odd. But I do smell a lot of the orange, a little bit of the pine. It smells a little bit sweeter. This is good. This smells like it's leaning more towards like a citrusy type scent. I don't know. I don't know how it'll do in, actually, I have my handy dandy go here. So let's see how this performs, what it smells like when this is turned on. This is so interesting. This is nothing like the wax. It's so weird. It's more of like a citrusy type fruity scent. Definitely less bakery. I don't smell gingerbread at all. If I would have just blindly smelled this and would not have known the name, would not have known anything, I would not have thought this was bakery. I definitely would have never thought it was gingerbread. I might could have picked out the orange, but I mean, it also smells fruity and citrusy at the same time with a hint of pine. Okay, I love that. Okay, so the pods are a win for me more so than the wax. So, and the wax bars and the pods will be 10% off for the month of November. Like I said, you cannot get either one of these right now if you're not a consultant, except for you can get the bar in the October whiff box if you put it in your club. So I'm pretty sure it is sold out. Okay, so I hope that video was helpful. If it was helpful, I hope that you'll consider liking. If you have not subscribed, I hope that you will consider subscribing so that you can see more of my content. I love having conversations with all of y'all in the comments. I love hearing your opinions. I love hearing what you guys like, things that you've tried. So definitely comment below. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you're planning on purchasing? Have you smelled the Christmas cookie scent? Have you smelled the pods? And if you have, do you think they smell as different as I do? Because I really do like the pods. They smell like a completely different scent. So let me know what you think down below. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.